Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton is the only driver in F1 history who has competed in more than one season and won at least one race each year. However, he is yet to win a race this year, and if he fails to do so in Silverstone, it will be the longest winless period in a season for him. Fellow Brit and former world champion himself, Stewart, has now made some harsh suggestions while appearing on the Convex Conversation Podcast. I'm your host, Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Lewis Hamilton should resign, suggests Stewart. Stewart began by making some strong statements regarding Lewis. It's time for him to resign. He's got music, he's got culture, he loves clothing, and the rag trade would be absolutely suitable for him. I'm sure he'll be very successful because he's been earning a huge amount of money. Rightfully so, because he's been the best of his time. He then suggested that Lewis should have stepped down while he was still at the top of the sport. Lewis is in the group of the Ayrton Sennas and the Alain Prosts, or even the Jackie Stewarts maybe. It's a pity he wasn't resigning at the top, but I don't think that's going to happen now. He signed off by reiterating his views. Nevertheless, it's wiser to stop than go through all the pain of not being able to do what you did before. He's carried the sport well. I'd like to see him resigning now. Fast feed. Alfa Romeo's Valtteri Bottas revealed that at the end of 2018, he almost stopped. It was so close. Just because of the fact that I couldn't understand and take the fact that I couldn't beat Lewis in those 2 years. It's weird, but I just needed some time off and think of the big picture, and then I realized that, okay, it's actually a pretty cool sport, and I still have great opportunities ahead of me. Williams driver Alex Albon pointed out that everyone's been upgrading and they haven't had a major upgrade in a while now. Balance-wise, we have weaknesses in the car, which aren't so clear to be able to fix with what we've got right now. With updates, most things are predominantly down to the through-corner characteristics of the car. Hopefully that'll put in a better window. Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto stated that for us, that technical directive is not applicable. And it's something we mentioned to the FIA. A technical directive is there to clarify regulations or to address policing. It's not there to change regulations. That's governance. Retired world champion Jacques Villeneuve thinks that the difference with Max from last year is Max is 100% the whole time. Hamilton isn't. But in Canada, Lewis was in front of his teammate. He could see the podium. Yes, he had extreme pace. Why didn't he have this pace earlier in the season? Because obviously the pace can be there. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko explained that reliability is always a concern if you have a car that is so much on the limit. The main thing is you have to finish and avoid those reliability things. We have an unbelievable run now. Normally in the first half of the season we were always catching up, and now we are dominating. Will Lewis be able to hold on to the record of winning a race every season? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.